तो काफ़ी देर इन्वेस्टिगेट करने के बाद, दूसरी वीडियो अपलोड पे लगाने के बाद और एक कप कॉफ़ी ले आने के बाद कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं वापस.
I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
ये मेरे को थोड़ा चलो ठीक है छोड़ो, बाद में बोलूँगा मेरे को क्या लग रही है क्या नहीं लग रही है. कहाँ जाना है हमारे को? अरे चल तो ले.
Nick,
Let's go talk to Amari.
ओके. एक तो पता है. अच्छा छोड़ो.
Dr. Amari?
Yes, I take it this isn't a social call.
Extracting memory, sarcastic, let Nick explain. एक सेकेंड, अब मैं थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हूँ. Let Nick explain. नहीं.
you're the one who can extract memories from a brain, right?
Normally, we only allow our clients to experience their own memories. Now, what's this all about?
She's from
We need a
Vault Tech.
deep dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
You are useless, please help us. Sarcastic, so what now? अरे she's from Vault Tech, she has to help us. We are from the Vault. मैंने उसके कोट पे ना अभी भी Vault का साइन दिखा, लेकिन Vault Tech का. लेकिन एक बार रुको.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who could make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
The brain not ready yet. Here you go. Oh, the brain.
How much of the brain do you need, exactly?
That is not an encouraging question. I suppose I'll have to make do with whatever you can find.
Okay, here you go.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Okay, is Nick compatible? Brain still good? Skip the science. Go on.
So the brain is still good, right?
Possibly. There's no sign of decay, so the tech is probably preserving the tissue, injecting some kind of compound to keep it stable. But there's no way to access the memories inside without a compatible port.
You're talking about me, right? I'm an old synth. If the Institute built me out of similar parts, we might have an in.
There could be long-term side effects. I don't know where to even begin with listing the risks.
Don't bother. I don't need to hear them. Plug me in, Doc.
Oh, bhai, don't mess this up. Thanks, Nick. Sarcastic. Will this work? Thanks, Nick.
Hey, I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine.
Bhai.
Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Okay. Oh, bhai.
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight
एक सेकंड. Any slide छोड़ो. पहले मैं weapon को वो कर रहा हूँ.
change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
A lock. Is Nick okay?
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
What will happen? Sarcastic not ready yet. What will happen?
Any idea of what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
What do you mean by cohesive? Fuck. Well, not having a choice. Let's do it.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers
मेरे
crossed.
को डर है कहीं इंस्टीट्यूट वालों को या तो ये ना बुला ले या फिर वो लोग ढूंढते हुए हमारे को यहाँ ना आ जाए क्योंकि हमने केलॉग को मार दिया था और हम उस मशीन में और हमारे को कुछ कर दें और बस फिनिश मतलब मेरे को ना डर है थोड़ा देखते हैं
See you on the other side.
ओके इस वाले में नहीं बैठना पहले देखते हैं कुछ ले सकते हैं हम यस अच्छा ओके मेमोरी लॉन्चर ये मतलब हम यहाँ से सामान ले सकते हैं सब कुछ लूँगा ओ
Excellent.
गुड है
Battles are won with fists. Wars with wits.
डैडी वाटर और कुछ है लेने के लिए यहाँ पे मुझे जो मिल जाएगा मैं लूट लूँगा
Just sit in the memory lounger when you're ready.
Okay, but wait, I'm not ready yet. भाई तुम लोग वैलोरेंट खेलो यार क्या प्यारा सेक्सी गेम है भाई वो भी लेकिन छोड़ो लेट्स गो इनटू द मेमोरी लॉन्चर सेट प्लीज स्टैंड बाय क्या हो रहा है कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Okay.
There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Oh, एक सेकंड
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
All 5 states have now signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all citizens of the new California Republic. I'm sure
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have.
What?
Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
वापस से करूँ तो यही आएगा
Mom knew how it was.
हाँ समझ
She wasn't soft.
अरे बस ना
but,
skip
She loved me. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
I guess that too buddy
Well,
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
much.
और कुछ anything else?
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Con.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this.
Oh,
You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
quite a progressive mother. सही है भाई. अरे मेरे को पता, अरे भाई इसकी मेमोरी ट्रैवल करते हुए मेरे को पता चला कॉमनवेल्थ क्या है और कहाँ है. भाई तुम लोग फॉलआउट 3 खेलोगे ना, उसमें कॉमनवेल्थ का इतना जिक्र है. मतलब पता है फॉलआउट 4 बेसिकली कुछ नहीं है, मैं समझ गया. मतलब है बहुत कुछ है, कुछ नहीं है इन द सेंस. मतलब फॉलआउट 4 बेसिकली फॉलआउट 3 में कॉमनवेल्थ का मतलब जिक्र होता है, ठीक है. तो एक लोकेशन है फॉलआउट 4 पूरी ही, मतलब पूरा कॉमनवेल्थ अब हम डिस्कवर कर रहे हैं फॉलआउट 4 में. ओ भाई इट इज़ सो फकिंग ग्रेट भाई.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. It's gonna be fine. You'll see. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby...
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a
लेकिन
chance. If I... Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. Got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
No, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see.
Wait.
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
इसकी आंखें मूव कर रही थी फ्रीज करे हुए भी.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
वहाँ है ना, और फिर वहाँ से वहाँ कहीं जाना है. ओ भाई पूरा कॉमनवेल्थ एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं भाई, जिसकी मतलब इतनी बात हुई है ना पूरे फॉलआउट में. 3 में, और सेंस की जितनी बात हुई है उसको हम अब एक्सप्लोर करने जा रहे हैं। फिलहाल तो इसकी मेमोरी एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हैं।
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
इसकी मेमोरी एक्सेस नहीं कर पा रहे अब हम।
You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
भाई क्या हो गया इसे?
I found another memory to try. I'll connect it.
अरे भाई मेरे को पता है क्या लग रहा है यार, बेचारा भाई केलॉग, मतलब मेरे को लग रहा है ना इसकी फैमिली को
How
मार
did you
दिया।
think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
मेरे को लिटरली लग रहा है इसकी फैमिली को ना मार दिया किसी ने, और उसके बाद ये मतलब ये सब इतना बुरा वगैरह बना है भाई ये। ओह फक। Every bad thing starts when a happy thing ends in a bad way. Maybe.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
He has a
If you
suit.
pay me. Oh, we'll pay you.
And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job is done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
अरे fuck यार, I should have accessed their memories। मैंने सीन का एंड होने का वेट किया। चूतिया है भाई, अरे मेरे को पहले एक्सेस करना लेना। ओह हो सकता है।
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead.
देख
Sometimes
रहा है मेरे
just
को।
roughed up, but
Want to fucking
dead
kill
was
you।
usually
इसकी
what
आंखें-
they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me.
डर लग रहा है मेरे को
They just took it as part of the job.
सही में,
Little extra thrown in for free.
बहुत ज्यादा डर लग रहा है।
I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
ये मेरे को ऐसे देख रहा है ना भाई, फ्रीज होके भी मेरे को बहुत डर लग रहा है।
Sit down.
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. Suit yourself.
इसको स्कार फिर वहीं से मिला है जो बैटल करके आया ना, वहाँ से इसको स्कार मिला जहाँ पे इसके बीवी बच्चे मरे थे। यहाँ पीछे जहाँ हम गए थे इस वाले एरिया में,
So,
का गारंटी।
I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
I hear you'll take care of people's
और कुछ
problems.
नथिंग।
Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh,
We'll pay you.
And you'll do this all by yourself?
भाई सही में इसके साथ कुछ मतलब बहुत अच्छी इसकी ज़िंदगी चल रही थी और कुछ फकअप हुआ तभी ये इतना बुरा बना है भाई, जहाँ तक मेरे को अभी भी लग ही रहा है।
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
इसको मैं जानता हूँ, मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है मैंने इसको फॉलोआउट 4 में अभी देखा है भाई, स्टार्टिंग से कहीं में तो देखा है।
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately.
बुढ़ा हो गया ये।
This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
Impressive.
भाई मतलब दुनिया इसकी लाइफ में क्या हुआ मैं बता रहा हूँ। इसके बीवी बच्चे थे और इसको सून रियलाइज़ हुआ दुनिया मादर चौथ थी, मादर चौथ है और रहेगी, इसीलिए और उतने में इसकी फैमिली का फकअप हो गया भाई, बहुत बुरा, मतलब सॉरी टू से, लेकिन हाँ बस
We may have something to talk about after all.
पहले इसको वो कर।
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
भाई मैंने अभी भी एक
We're
वेपन
running
उठाया।
out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
भाई बहुत सही, गन मिल गई, मेरे ख्याल में फाइट ना हो जाए यहाँ पे। और ये यहाँ पे मैं बताऊँ, नहीं ये वॉल्ट में आए हैं, मैं यहीं से देख के बता रहा हूँ, साले वॉल्ट में खड़े हैं, वहाँ मेरा पॉड है, यहाँ इसके हस्बैंड का पॉड है, मतलब हमारे इस गेम में। I want to so fucking
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
मुझे पता है, रुक।
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out.
Don't look at me, ठीक है?
I didn't know then who
scaring
it
the
was
shit
we
out
were
of me.
grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a... I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends.
Okay.
Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Me.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders.
नहीं ये हम ये।
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never liked to.
Okay.
But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better.
ये वाली जो लाइन है ना, I understood that kind of revenge, no one better. ये कंफर्म करता है भाई कैलॉग के भाई जो हस्बैंड मतलब वाइफ और बच्चा था ना, उनको किसी ने मार दिया, इसीलिए भाई ये इस मादरचोद दुनिया की लगाने पे लगा हुआ है भाई.
But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle.
That's good. Checking.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long.
Through the logs.
See, they knew it.
Just find it.
Pod C6, down the hall near the end.
कैलॉग तक को पता था कि भाई अगर हम आ गए ना उससे बाहर और कैलॉग को मार दे तो हम इंस्टीट्यूट की माँ छोड़ देंगे भाई. भाई क्या ओपी स्टोरी लाइन चल रही है भाई, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग। हम अभी से खटखटा रहे हैं, अभी तो कुछ हुआ भी नहीं है, वो तो मूव भी नहीं कर रहा, बस हम डिफ्रीज्ड है।
This is the one.
अच्छा हम रिपीट पे हैं।
Open it.
भाई मत मार यार, मत मार मत मार, प्लीज मत मार।
How's now the Institute's main?
ठीक है मार दे, कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम। Seeing it for ourselves। भाई मैं खड़ा हो जाऊँ क्या बीच में? मुझको तो पता ही है क्या है भाई, खड़ा हो रहा हूँ मैं, बीच में खड़ा हो रहा हूँ। हमारा रिएक्शन क्या है?
Everything's going to be fine.
देखो हमारे को हमारे हस्बैंड का रिएक्शन पता है, मैं बाकियों का देख रहा हूँ, ठीक है? हमने देखा था लाइव।
Come here. No. Come here, baby.
चेहरे पे कोई स्ट्रेस ही नहीं है।
I got him.
Let the boy go.
नहीं
I'm only gonna
प्लीज
tell you
प्लीज
once.
प्लीज।
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
ये फ्रीज नहीं हुई।
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again.
Fuck you.
I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Why the fuck do you have to be sorry? Be better. Don't be sorry. Be better. पता होना चाहिए था ना कि भाई जले पे नमक छिड़क रहे हो।
Is that your son?
हैं?
This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
How the fuck?
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
भाई क्या?
I'm not saying she's right, but
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
भाई fuck.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
एक second.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
भाई
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea.
एक second भाई, ये background music, fuck it.
Here's his file.
नहीं नहीं.
Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience force? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
बस ना.
You're taking me home to my father?
What?
Yes.
भाई एक second.
Stand next to me and hold
भाई
still.
नहीं, मैं नहीं मान सकता ये.
Okay.
यार रेडियो बंद करो इसकी. की चूत रेडियो की. तो यार देखो, मेरे को प्लीज़ माफ़ कर देना, मेरे को ना चाहते हुए भी यहाँ पे एक कट डालना ही पड़ेगा, मेरे को बीच में कट डालना ही पड़ेगा उस मतलब जो म्यूज़िक अभी चल रहा है उसकी वजह से। बाकी मैं तुम्हारे को बता दे रहा हूँ अभी क्या क्या हुआ। शॉन जाता है उस जो सिंथ था उसके साथ, और मतलब वो टेलीपोर्ट हो जाते हैं इंस्टीट्यूट में, और हम बाहर आते हैं फिर सिमुलेशन से, और हमें पता चलता है कि टेलीपोर्टेशन के थ्रू इंस्टीट्यूट में आया जाया जा रहा है, तभी उसकी एंट्रेंस फाइंड नहीं हुई है। अब हम डॉक्टर अमारी के पास हैं और हमें उनसे बात करनी है। लेट्स टॉक टू हर।
Dr. Amari?
Let's start over. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything
bad?
Anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, this is uncharted territory, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical standpoint, you're fine.
Okay.
Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Kellogg's life, teleportation, Virgil.
I saw Kellogg's life. The man who ruined my family. The man I killed.
That's right. He was a human being just like the rest of us, and he had reasons for being what he was, however cruel. How does that make you feel?
Hate him more, I don't know, does it matter, I forgive him. मैं इसको लिटिल मतलब आई फॉरगिव हिम पे क्लिक करने वाला हूँ, लेकिन हमारे को थोड़ा भाई मैं चाह रहा हूँ हट के चलते हैं। आई डोंट नो, डज इट मैटर?
Does it really matter how I feel, Doctor?
Yes. You can't tell me that bearing witness to that man's life didn't affect you. We're getting off track. The important thing is that we discovered the Institute's greatest secret. Teleportation. The only question is, what do we do now?
Virgil? हाँ, मेरे को जानना है कौन क्या था?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
He's probably dead. Why? Perfect hiding spot. I'll find him. वाई से तो मेरे को लग रहा है बहुत रेडिएटेड वो होगी जगह, हाईली रेडिएटेड जगह होगी, और परफेक्ट हाइडिंग स्पॉट तो है ही, और वो भाई नहीं, ही इज अ इंस्टीट्यूट सिंथ, तो ही इज नॉट डेड।
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation.
See?
So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
He's a synth. Why would he face any exposure?
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
Anti-radiation, this is crazy.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Rad-Away. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor. That would be perfect.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D.
Dead.
So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
भाई इतना रेडी भाई, बहुत ज़्यादा रेडिएशन होगा जिस हिसाब से मैं देख रहा हूँ चीज़ों को। आई एम गोइंग टू टेक एवरी फकिंग थिंग आई कैन। बाय, लेट्स गेट गोइंग। अब मेरे को पता है मुझे क्या करना है भाई। देखो, मैं आज ही जा रहा हूँ ग्लोइंग सीक पे, ठीक है? तुम लोग एक सेकेंड, आज ही चल रहा है भाई ग्लोइंग सी पे, चाहे कुछ हो, ठीक है?
The memory den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Irma.
Oh, enjoying yourself in Good Neighbor? It's a heck of a town, ain't it?
Yep. बस इतना ही. इससे हमारे कुछ बात नहीं कर सकते. Some info maybe. Oh, I know what's going on here. मेरे को पता है यहाँ क्या हो रहा है. She is what I believe her to be, but.
You like the decor? My business partner hates it. Says she's not the fun type.
मेरे को पता है क्या.
Hey, Irma.
Where did the memory loungers come from, you ask? Well, a girl's gotta have her secrets.
मेरे को पता है भाई ये क्या है. ये बस लेकिन सिमुलेशन है. इसमें हम जा ही नहीं सकते. हाय हाय. As far as I think, I know कि ये क्या जगह है. ठीक है. यहाँ पे अगर कुछ अच्छा हुआ I will steal it. I'll surely steal it. ना कुछ अच्छा नहीं है इतना. Yo.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg.
Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
Feeling okay? Nothing. Sounded like Kellogg.
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Bhai.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
Okay, take Nick. You are a risk, भाई. Fuck. Obviously, I'll take Nick. यार मेरे को बहुत डर लग रहा है. मार ना दे हमें. Fuck. Fuck. क्या हुआ भाई ये? मेरे को पता है भाई ये मतलब he can turn rogue भाई.
You gonna talk?
Yes.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
It takes us to your death, buddy. If you turn rogue. And I literally don't want to kill you, man. Fuck. स्यापा हो जाएगा यार. मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा. बहुत सही चूतियापा होगा ये.